You know that bab spelled backwards is babab?
Yep.
Okay, number one. If you understand how to read the table I gave you, what percentage of students got number one correct? 38, not very good. If you also look down there, what would you say was the worst problem of all on the quiz? 15 was pretty bad, followed by closely by number 8. What was the best one of all? 12. So again, I'm gonna go over only the ones that were missed the most. But like, if you're somebody that missed number 12 and you're like, whoa, almost everybody got 12 right and I got 12 wrong. Whoa, what must be going on? And you want to go over that one afterwards? Holla. Okay, so number one, this is only a single radical. So all you got to do is simplify. What should I do? What should my word, air quotes, consist of? That word that very few people turn in, what should that consist of? Good, I know that. Last, that's basically it. Like, I would say that's the only requirement here is the factor tree. Yeah, you can show a couple extra steps with the radical, but really it's just a tree. So, if, and I provided you a calculator, that would be the only real thing that you can argue, oh, but I need this for a factor tree. Be a calculator. It's even, so 2, 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3. Somebody that knows what they're doing, that's all they really need to see. But if you want to take it a step further, Papa Romero showed you that you can now get these prime factors and rewrite them under a radical. There are 3 2's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 C's, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now let's go pick pairs. I got a pair of 2's, a pair of trees, 2 pairs of C's, and 2 pairs of D's. Oh, what's going to come out? What's 2 times 3? Shizzle. How many D's are there? So C squared, how many D's are there? D squared. Square root of. 4 and the 2 got stuck behind, along with a C. So that was answer choice D. Bold. Got that one wrong? Okay, this is number 5. You can see from here that 39% people got this wrong. Sorry, 39% got it right. Therefore, how many got it wrong? 70? Not close. Actually, not close. 39. How many 1% got it correct? 61. Xavier coming in strong. Okay, so this is just like number 1. Put 12 into a tree though. Smaller tree. 2, 2, and 3. If you were to rewrite this, that's 2 times 2 times 3. H, 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 H. I can bring out a 2 and 2 H's. 2H squared. On the inside stays 3. And all the children rejoice when they find out. That one too? I would argue that's the easiest part because there's no math involved there. At least with the coefficients, you have to know how to do a tree. But with the letters, the variables, all you have to know how to do is count. So yeah. Now if you're missing fingers and stuff, I can see where that'd be a problem. But as long as you got all 10 digits, the counting thing should be a breeze. Hey, more letters. 20 is also a pretty short tree. It's just 2, 2, and 5. So 2 times 2 times 5. H, 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 H. K, 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 K. I can bring on 2, 1, 2, 3 H's and so there's a 2. H to the third, K squared. The 4 to the 5 had no friends. No. Yeah. I'm gonna go through the whole thing first and then you tell me afterwards if there's any that I didn't get to that you want me to. I'm going through all the ones that are highlighted. Which one did you want? 15, that's the one you wanted? Yeah, that's the worst one. We're getting to that one. Taiwan, you okay? Maurice is gonna get jealous if he sees you wearing that hoodie, man. So you don't want to make Maurice jealous. Huh? 15, what about it? Alright, so now we're multiplying. What are the rules for multiplying? No, ew, yuck, no. No. Yeah, outside with outside, inside with inside. 2 times 3 is 6, 10 times 12 is 120. So the only thing left to do, besides stick your head out of the rabbit hole, would be to do a tree. Taiwan loves trees. Yeah, there's no variables here, so I'm just gonna pick the pairs straight out of the tree. 2, there's no other pairs. So here we go with the craziness. Ready? I explained this thing last period, and then by the end of the period, I said, "Well, what? But I don't get what you like." I'm telling you now. I already have a 6 on the outside. That 6 is going to be joined by a 2. So what number is going to now appear on the outside? And how'd you get that 12, Jason? Taiwan. Come on, man. Don't be shy. People like you, man. Just. And on the inside, 2 times 3 times 5 is? It's not 12. 2 times 3 times 5. It is. I believe it's 30. Math is bad at you.
What?
Facts.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make dollars either.
Math is bad at you. That is not.
We'll just add it to the list of things that don't make sense in this class.
Math is bad.
Like Isaac right now. That's not making sense to me. It's true. Hey, we're going to multiply again, as Lana said, outside with outside. What numbers are on the outside? 1 and 2 is 2 on the inside. 14 times 12 is 56.
56.
And q times q is q squared. What? Then I'm going to do a tree with the 56. I already have a 2, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 7, and q, and q. Then Jonathan comes out strong, circle of pairs. Diana, I already have a 2 on the outside. That's going to be joined by another 2, so what's going to be on the outside? More money, more problems. I already have a 2 on the outside.
Oh.
It's joined by another one. And why 4? times, yeah. And then that's joined by a cube on the inside. 14. If you do poorly on the test on Friday, I'm not gonna feel bad. I wholeheartedly feel that I've done everything in my power to try to make this as easy for you as possible. The test, yes. You like paper?
Yeah.
It hates you too. It wrote me a letter the other day. It's like, dear Mr. Romero, I hate Jason. Sincerely, number 10. I thought it was kind of rude at the time. I didn't understand why, but now I see you guys have a history, so. Nico, what are you going to do here, buddy? In one word, come on, let's be concise.
I'm going to, what it says, like, I know it, I just don't know one word.
Okay.
I'm going to take, that first.
Would you like a clue?
Yes, in a way, but I know you're gonna take that first route and you're gonna.
No, I'll give you a clue here, but ready?
Other ones, something like that.
It starts with this and ends with tribute.
Distribute, yeah, distribute, to the other ones.
And then each time that you distribute, you're multiplying. So you just follow the rules for multiplication.
I knew it, I just forgot the word.
It's okay. It happens. 2
2
times 4 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. So 8 square root of 10 is the first multiplication. For the second instance of multiplication, 2 times 11 is 20 dos. And then 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, well now that we got rid of the parentheses, the only thing left to do is add. But Jason, can we add these right now? Why not? Yeah, see, for adding, the radicals have to be the same. So they're not the same, but maybe we can fix that by simplifying the radicals. And neither of these numbers are prime, but the thing is that when you do a tree, there's no pairs. None of the numbers have pairs. So it's going to stay as is. Nothing else can be done. This is in simplest form. You okay? You crying?
No, okay,
Pieces, oh man, what are you doing?
Pieces.
What the ladies call it. Dun dun dun. Hardest problem ever. Which Mr. Romero not only taught you one way to do, Mr. Romero taught you 2 ways of doing it. And I'll go back and show you both ways. Okay? Now, the way that most of the Algebra 1 world does this is by a shortcut. Notice how both binomials have the same 2 terms. They both have a 9 and they both have a square root of 7. The only thing different is the sign in the middle. One is adding and one subtracting. Those are called conjugates. Anytime you multiply conjugates is a shortcut, which I showed you. I don't expect you to learn it. It'd be great if you did. I don't expect you to learn it. But the shortcut is called the difference of squares. What does the word difference mean in math? It means subtract. Squares means square each of those numbers. What is 9 times 9? 81. I know we talked about several times. What happens when you multiply a square root times itself? What happens when you multiply a square root times itself? It's not like we went over it this morning or anything like that. Then you would know it. Emma, do you know? Emma, dear? What happens when you multiply a square root times itself?
Yes, I do know.
What, Emma? Yeah, you just like break open the coconut and you just get the number on the inside. And then 81, there's no more radical. That's that. And woohoo. But wait, Mr. Real, that's so hard. How do you expect me to know that? Well, the good news is I don't expect you. So even if you didn't know that, you can do it the long way. I might not expect you to know this, but I do expect you to know how to FOIL. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times square root of 7 is plus 9 square root of 7. I am now done with the 9. Negative square root of 7 times 9 is minus 9 square root of 7. And then for the second time in the last minute, what happens when you multiply a square root times itself? Yeah. You break open the coconut and you get the number on the inside. But also, what's negative times positive? So minus 7. So what happens if you do it this way, the long way, in the middle, when you combine the like radicals, any number minus itself cancels out, it gives you 0. So also for the second time in a minute, 81 minus 7 is 74. And then finally 16, which no coincidence, it was only correct 16% of the time. Distribute like the cool kids do. Both of those numbers are on the inside, so you get square root of 198. Calculator can take care of that for you. The second number, you distribute, one's inside, one's outside, so that just stays 7 square root of 6. Can I add those two radicals right now? Unless your name is Emma, because Emma can do whatever she wants, but nobody else can. So what we have to do then is try a treat. 6, I get no help, no pairs, so that has to stay the same. But now let's see 198. 198 is going to be 299, 333, 3, and 11. I can bring out a 3. So I have a 3 on the outside. 2 times 11 is 22, plus 7 square root of 6. I couldn't add them before, but can I add them now? No, why not? The radicals still aren't distinct. Are there any questions on the quiz that you have that I did not go over? Okay, so now let's move on to the practice test that you took yesterday. These are going to be the exact same problems on the retake. If you choose to do the retake, by when does it have to be done? Like tomorrow night. If you choose to do the retake. Okay, so this was one of the ones where it had 3 rows and some people were getting frustrated because what do you, it's making me answer on every column. Yeah, sure, because it's asking you 3 different, or every row, it's asking you 3 different questions. They want to know what's the lead coefficient. I'll just put an LC for that. They want to know the number of terms, and they wanted to know the degree. And it was like set up in these rows, and it had a bunch of numbers on top. I don't know what all the numbers were, but there were some numbers on top, right? So, okay, for all of these questions, not that it's a requirement, but it helps to write the polynomial in standard form. How many terms are in that polynomial? 3. So it would behoove you to arrange them from biggest exponent to least, but luckily that's already been done for you. This is going 4th power, 2nd power, 1st power, so it's already in standard form. So when they ask you for lead coefficient, they're asking you what's the number all the way out of front? -1. So the way you would have answered this yesterday is with all the numbers on the top, you would have found where the -1 is and bubble that bubble there for lead coefficient. When it says number of terms, I already asked you how many terms are there? 3, so you would go along the top, find where the 3 is, and on that row, bubble that bubble. Maurice already did that, so he's sitting this one out. And then finally, the degree. How do you state the degree of a polynomial? Which exponent? Yeah, not necessarily the first one. It will be the first if it's in standard form, but it's not so much the first one, it's the biggest one. What's the biggest exponent there? 4. So you you find that, and you bubble it. And you separate. Este loco, hermano. Este tipo no está bien del cerebro. Saying mean things about you. Okay, here just classify. Let's give this a name. Not that you have to, but it helps to write this in standard form. If you were to go standard form, from biggest exponent to least, this would be negative 4x squared plus 2x and then minus 6. So the question is, what degree is this? We just talked about degree. What degree is this? So this is second degree. So that's the biggest exponent. How many terms does it have? So remember, you won't have your notes on the test, so you have to actually study this. What's the name we give to second degree polynomials? No.
I mean,
Quadratic. Quadratic. And then what's the name we give to three terms? Cubic is third degree. And the biggest exponent of the three. You just realized you got that one wrong? So you're writing it down now so you can do the retake and get it right. In which expression is the coefficient of the term n -1? Coefficient is a number in front of a variable, but the key here is, notice how they say n. They don't say n squared, they just say n. So like if I look at A, there's no real work here. Let's just go one by one, but with your head up though. What's the coefficient of n on the A choice? 4, yeah. What's the coefficient of the n on the B choice? 5. We're looking for the one that's a -1. What's the coefficient on C? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, there's -1 there. And just for fun, what's the coefficient of n on D choice? Positive. So it's C. Ooh. Maurice, what do you want to do first here? What's the first step? Good? Good. What am I going to distribute to the first parentheses? Nope. Nope rhymes with hope. It also rhymes with hope. Nope. And the Pope. How about soap?
That's a new one.
How about mope? Ooh, Emilci, what are you going to distribute to the first parentheses? ¿Qué número se va a distribuir para el primer paréntesis? Soha, what number is going to be distributed to the first parentheses? Talking too fast. Today's a slow day.
Don't do that. Like, talk through it.
Yeah, Emma.
To the first one.
Yeah, for sure. Wait.
Yes.
Ruben, what am I going to distribute to the second parentheses? Correct. Sarah, what are you going to distribute to the second parentheses? Yeah, that's Ruben back there. Sarah, second parentheses? Correct. Bailey, what are you going to distribute to second parentheses? Thank you. So the first parenthesis stays exactly the same because 1 times anything is itself. Second parenthesis, when you distribute a -1, just change the signs. Oh, Lana, don't. Lana, no. No. Because I like it better than you.
Well, I mean, that should be.
I do think. I have a no button at home also. So he doesn't wear hoodies at home though. Only when it's cold outside. The square is 11 minus 9 is? It's 2b squared. Negative 15 plus 7? And then 4 minus 16 is negative 4. Has Hope told you how much she hated being here when she first got here? And now she loves it. It's her favorite class of the day.
No, I still don't like this class. It's smaller, so it's better.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite class this semester.
Oh, really? That's so cute.
Well, in spite of Emma, it's my favorite class.
Okay, that's me.
Nah, just kidding. It was awesome. And her name spelled backwards is AIM. So that's good. All right, here we go. You have a chance to totally redeem yourself. Emily, Emilci, what is outside of the first parentheses? No sabe todavía. No comment, no comment. No, I know you know, Xavier. Ruben, come on, buddy. What's outside of the first parentheses? Tampoco. All right. Sarah, you're going to get this one. What's outside of the first parentheses? There you go. I'm not going to feel bad. You guys bomb Friday. I'm not going to feel bad. You end up taking Algebra 1 for like a 17th time. I'm not going to feel bad. I don't know. Go ahead, X. Thank you. There's a 1 outside the first parentheses. Not in the second parentheses.
A 1.
Oh, 1, not 1. Negative 1. Good. So the first parenthesis stays the same. Jonathan, you're confused? The second parenthesis has a negative 1 in front. So every term has to change sign. Every term changes sign. Then when you combine like terms like they do in the hood, the fourth degrees actually cancel out. 8 minus 8 is 0. The 6k to the third drops as if it was hot. Nobody else like it. The k's, you might see those a 4k and a 4k. You're like, oh, that cancels out too. But they're both positive. So you actually get plus 8k. And then negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. That's cooler than a polar bear's toenails.
That's normal.
Ooh. So here we have 2 polynomials, but they try to throw you a curveball by giving them names.
I believe
One polynomial's name is Peter, the other one's name is Greg. So what they want to know is what is Peter times Greg? Multiply. Jocelyn, how do we multiply polynomials? What do we call the process? Very good. FOIL. 2 times 5 is 10, x to the third. 5x squared times 8 is plus 40x squared. And then I'm done with 5x squared. Negative 6x times 2x is negative 12x squared. Negative 6x times 8 is negative 28x. And I'm done with the 6x. The only thing left is the 2. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 8 is 16. Facts. How many terms should you get when you FOIL a set of polynomials? You multiply the number of terms. 3 times 2 is 6. You should end up with 6 terms, and I did. Now if I combine the ones that I like the most, that's why I call them like terms, because you have to like them. 10x to the third plus 28x squared minus 44x plus 16. What?
You pressed the no button.
No.
What did you get this?
The new store.
Staple?
Staplers. Okay, what's the only thing I really need to do here? What's the minimum I have to do here? Factor tree, no calculators. He's gonna join the band. He's a drummer. He does it for the chicks.
That's not gay, shut up.
All right, let's see if we can follow along here.
What?
Xavier. I'm trying to say things, but hope be less popular. Okay, so I already have a 5 on the outside, joined by a 2. 5 times 2 is 10 times 2 again. It's 20 with a 5 left over. CEO wouldn't want to be you. Burn. What? It's pronounced cool. You mispronounced it. Or as the cool kids say, fire and lit and stuff like that, because you light it on fire. Okay, same thing, just one radical. Let's see what's gonna come out. 254, 27. So I already have a 2 on the outside. That's gonna be on the inside is 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, x, x, x. I can bring out a 2, a 3, and an x. So if I already have a 2 on the outside, times an extra 2 is 2 on the outside times 2 is 4, but then times 3 is 12. I'm bringing out one single x on the inside is left 1, 3. 12x and 3x. B as in boy, varón. Hey, add. Can I add any of these radicals? Can I add any of these radicals? No. Now 3 and 5 are prime, so I cannot do anything with those. But the 45, maybe I can do something with in a tree. I'm not done yet. Still got time. If I bring out a 3 to join a -2, what's -2 times 3? And I leave the 5. Now can I combine any of these? Yes, I can. The last 2, they both have a square root of 5. I drop down the square root of 3. What's in front of the first square root of 5? Positive what? What's 1 minus 6? -5. 1 minus 6 is -5. That's how Taiwan flirts with girls. He doesn't want them to know how smart he is. So he makes mistakes on purpose. Okay, multiply. What numbers are on the outside? What numbers are on the outside? 4 and 1, which is 4. On the inside, we have 4 times 2, which is 8. And then p, 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 p. Which is p to the 5th. So we have a 4 and then 2 times 2 times 2. P, 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 p. You know that no spell backwards is on?
Yeah. So,
4 times 2 is? 4 times 2 is 8. Bring out 2 p's, that's p squared. On the inside is dos p. That's down there. Don't say I didn't prepare you for Friday. That's, if you know this, you'll do well Friday. And one more. All you had to do was identify which ones are in standard form. No, Sarah, no. Sarah. On the top of this one, on the screen, it said select all that apply. So you could have picked more than one. So what does standard form mean? That the terms are arranged from left to right, from biggest exponent to least. The first one is fourth power, first power, second power, and then a constant is 0 power. Is that in order? No. The second one is third, 1, 0. So that is number 3 is 5, 2, 1. Yes. So 2 and 3.
yeah.
Any questions? Okay, we're all bored. Soha, you survived?